Hello, and welcome to Hoyt's Points. This video, I'll be taking you through an introduction of the Institute Take and Hold map in Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. The goal of this video will be to condense about a year of devlogs so that you don't have to sift through them all to learn everything there is to know about the map. What this won't be is a guide about how Take and Hold works. If you're a new player, I'd suggest trying to complete 5 holds of Beginner Blake on hallways first before adding the additional layer of complexity that is Institution. This is also not an in-depth strategy guide on how to work the rooms for maximum score. I'll be making those videos next. This is just going to be a guide on the unique features found on this map in Institution. Let's talk about the first hurdle of Institution, traveling around it. The map is huge and finding your way around can be pretty difficult. In addition to the normal wrist radar that we always have, there are small mall kiosks throughout Institution that will help you plan your routes of travel. In addition, each sector has its own train station. Every train travels only from a directional spoke, north, south, east, and west, to the hub, or from the hub to each of those spokes. If you find one of the 5 hold rooms with the word Metro on it, you can go inside and find a plinth with a button on it next to the rails, and if you boop that button, it'll activate the train. You can also find these powered zip lines in the power sector and the industrial sector. Grabbing one of these will transport you in that direction that the white little pips move along. So if you just grab one, it'll go that way. Every room in Institution, whether it's a shop or a hold room, has at least 2 entrances and exits. There aren't any dead ends in Institution, so you can always find a new way out of a room that you found yourself in. Also, every hold room has these dead end restricted closets. These are for the SOSIGs to spawn in. They are dead ends, but if you need a break to take off your headset and check your front door or something, you can hide behind the walls here and you'll be safe from patrols. Throughout Institution, you'll find bottomless pits, but don't be afraid. If you fall into a pit, you get harmlessly placed back up on the floor. So go nuts. Let the intrusive thoughts in. In Institution, you'll find these weird, they're not creatures, they're entities around the map. This one is a sentinel. You can think of it like a roving security camera. They slowly wander on set pathways in the hallways of North Sector, and if you get caught by one of the light beams that come out of its bottom, it'll chase you a little and set off an alert, sending patrols toward you and killing your stealth bonus for that take phase. Sentinels can be killed, but you'll need some serious firepower to take one down. If you do, though, they do drop a health node. This is a blister. Blisters can be found in the vents in the north sector like this one, or the maintenance hallways in the south sector. They sweep a hallway, and if you break one of their lines, it does the same as a sentinel. Patrols will be heading towards you, and you'll lose your stealth bonus. They can be killed, but only with explosives, and given the tight corridors that they're usually found in, I recommend being very careful if you decide to destroy them instead of just timing your run through them. The Iris. By far the deadliest of the enemies, the Iris is a central node surrounded by rings that will target you with a deadly laser and track you as it fires. It does have to recharge though, giving you time to fire back, and it's rather slow at tracking you. Shooting it will also disrupt its ability to track you. Killing one is easier than killing a sentinel, but you'll usually need rifle rounds. Pistol rounds and buckshot just won't do it. Irises also drop a health node on death, and they only appear in the north sector. Floaters. The most annoying enemy of the floater is something like a sea mine that'll home in on you and explode when it gets close enough. You can deal with them a number of ways. Shooting him in the center will cause it to explode. If you move fast enough, they will explode after you pass them, or you can bat them away, just to name a few solutions. Sprites are lights found in the west sector. They go ooh when you shoot them. I know what you're thinking. So they don't do anything? No, they don't do nothing. They go ooh. The last thing I want to talk about is the Squarrels. There are a variety of square barrels and cylinders called Squarrels and Squillenders around the map. Each of them have different effects that are listed on the labels, but you'll have to figure out what all that means. Except for the orange hot dog barrel, that's the one I want to talk about today. It's pretty important. Since you ever only have one shop in Institution, your ability to heal is going to be a lot less than the other maps, where you have more shops. And while you could hunt irises and maybe even sentinels, that carries some risk and travel time. What I'd recommend doing first is going to the central area and hunting around for these orange barrels. Inside are a bunch of moldy hot dogs that you can eat to recover health. They disappear after about 30 seconds with a loud ding, and you'll consume any nearby moldy hot dogs when this happens. Also, be aware that if you clean all spawnables on the wrist menu, the barrels will go away. So if you do that for performance reasons, just be aware of that. I hope I got to everything, but if you still have questions, go ahead in the comments section and ask your questions, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Well, that's it for Hoyt's Points.